week 4 in the books, and this week I'm going to do my review in 2 parts. The first part will be the games that I watched on my television stations or whatever, and then the second part I'll review the games that I got on our Game Pass or whatever. So there you go. So let's get started. Thursday night, Ravens beat the Steelers in overtime, 23-20, in a pretty boring fucking game, quite frankly. I understand it was an overtime and it was an exciting finish, but when you look at the game at whole, it wasn't that great of a game. I kept flipping the damn channels because it was so fucking boring. You know, of course, Steve Smith did get knocked out of the game, so they had to win it without him. Yeah. I did watch the overtime period. Steelers had 2 opportunities to win the game, and they decided to go on 4th down. And they decided to go for it on 4th down twice, and failed on both of them. It was as if, and that was the other thing. It was as if who the fuck wanted to win that game? That was the deal. And of course, I initially had Pittsburgh, decided to change it to the Baltimore Ravens because Ravens really needed this victory more than the Steelers did. So yeah, I thought I didn't have time to change it. Obviously I did. I had a chance to change it before I uploaded my last video. Yeah. So yeah, Ravens 1-3, Steelers 2-2. Oh, Justin Forsett and Le'Veon Bell, of course, got things rolling. Forsett, his best game in 2014 so far. Probably 2014 period, because we don't know if he'll get another performance like that. Le'Veon Bell still getting their carries, and Antonio Brown still getting his 5-catch streak continues barely. Because had the Steelers won the game, and had the Ravens not put the game in overtime, his streak would have ended. So yeah, that's going to be another concern, and that's my big concern moving forward as far as the Steelers are concerned. Can the Steelers win games with Michael Vick at quarterback? I mean, quarterback's important. I mean, you could be a good team all you want, but if you don't have that quarterback, especially offensively anyway, there's not much you're going to be able to do. So yeah, and obviously Big Ben's better than Michael Vick. I mean, miles better than Michael Vick. Alright, moving on. Alright, saw this game. Jets defeating the Miami Dolphins 27-14 in what was finally Joe Philbin's last game as a Miami Dolphins head coach. Probably his last game as an NFL head coach, period. And you know I like to flip-flop it on how good the Dolphins can be and how bad the Dolphins can be. Most of the times I do that on purpose because it's fun to do that to asshole, arrogant, fucktard Dolphin fans. But let me be clear on this. I was never a Tannehill guy. I was never a Joe Philbin guy. That offensive line was shit. I mean, their offensive line has been shit. But let's talk about the Jets for a moment. And apparently, Fireman Ed is back. I guess it was obvious because of the Jet home games with their famous JETS shit, but because Fireman Ed was at the fucking game or whatever, and nobody in England gave a fuck. I mean, just apart from a few Jet fans that made the trip. But anyway, let's talk about the team. That Jets team is looking really good right now. I know I said it the last time the Jets won a game, and of course, look what happened in the Eagles game. But I mean, the Jets, they made a few uncharacteristic mistakes to allow the Dolphins to score a couple touchdowns or whatever. But for the most part, the Jets pretty much shut down Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill sucks. I mean, one thing I will say about Tannehill, he's got great footwork. I remember seeing one play where Tannehill jumped over one of his linemen who was already on his back. I mean, if that's not good footwork, I don't know what is. Yeah, like I said, never was a Tannehill guy. This guy was, to me, was never going to be a good quarterback. I tried to warn Dolphin fans about this, but one asshole Dolphin fan gave me shit, and that's how it fucking started. I did. I blocked him recently, and then I unblocked him because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck at this point, but if he comes back again, I'm going to reblock him. Anyway. Yeah. But the Dolphins' defense has been very disappointing. Cameron Wake, you expect Cameron Wake to play a little bit better. And Ndamukong Suh, I mean, no sacks on the Dolphins' front four. The only sack was by a linebacker. Just no fucking discipline. I remember, are the Dolphins playing like they're in preseason or something? Because that's what it reminded me of. It looked like just a preseason game. It was a little disturbing to watch. I mean, and now Joe Philbin's fired, and some people are saying that it's the wrong move. Obviously, everybody's got an opinion about it. I think it's a good move. It's an obvious move that you gotta make. Because let's be realistic here. This Dolphins team is not a playoff team. Okay? Playoff teams don't lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Playoff teams do not lose to the Jaguars. Playoff teams also don't get blown out at home 41-14 to their division rivals. Hell, you don't fucking do that on the road. So the fact that you did it at home, that is inexcusable. And then against the Jets, once again, getting their asses kicked. It was really 27-7, but they scored a meaningless garbage touchdown. So Tannehill took one real touchdown pass, 2 real interceptions. Fitzpatrick, he didn't play that much better, but he played well enough. But how about Chris Ivory becoming one of the premier backs? Obviously a premier back for the New York Jets. Jets improved to 3-1. Dolphins fall to 1-3, and now Dan Campbell is the interim head coach. We'll wait and see how he goes. But the Dolphins, they're not a playoff team. I mean, you could, just because you have a shit ton of talent doesn't mean you're a playoff team. Just ask the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, give me a fucking break. All right, here we go. Saw this game as well. Bengals defeating the Kansas City Chiefs 36-31. And here's what I saw in that Chiefs game. No fucking. They didn't even try to they didn't even take a chance to get in the end zone. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was 21 points, but it was fucking field goals. Okay, so the Chiefs are I guess starting a new streak for wide receivers without a touchdown catch, because apparently it was supposed to continue against the Green Bay Packers. I mean, but Jeremy Maclin broke the streak accidentally. I mean, that's what it is. Shit, no touchdowns by anybody, obviously. Not Jamal Charles, not Travis Kelce. Who do I think he's a top 5 tight end? Not yet. I think give him another year and he will definitely be a top 5 tight end. But he's outside of the top 5. Not by much. Let's talk about the Bengals. Jeremy Hill. It was basically Jeremy Hill and Giovanni Bernard. It was mostly Jeremy Hill. I believe he ran for 3 touchdowns. And Bernard ran for another. And then Andy Dalton threw 1 touchdown pass. He's only thrown 1 interception on the year. Of course, I might be jinxing him. He's facing the Seahawks now. And he's going to be facing the Legion of Boom. Great. But anyway, let's talk about. But fuck, yeah, pretty much the receiving core of that Bengals team really got shut down. AJ Green got of course, he got the yards and shit, but he didn't score a touchdown. Sanu was a little quiet. Marvin Jones was quiet. Eifert was quiet as well. The receiver that caught the touchdown pass from Dalton was Brandon Tate. But how about Geno? But how about Geno Atkins? It looks like he's finally back to form. Yeah, of course, Bengals have a lot of talent on defense. I mean, that's the thing. That's why I keep saying the Bengals are probably the most talented team in the AFC. Give me a break. The Chiefs, they're pretty talented too, but they're good. But now the Chiefs fall. Bengals 4-0. Chiefs fall to 1-3. They have lost their 3rd consecutive game after starting 1-0. A couple more teams have also lost their last 3 games after starting 1-0. Oh, including the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, that's right. Fucking A. Okay. Giants defeating the Buffalo Bills 24-10. And it was obviously. Let me calm myself down for a moment. This was mostly about Eli Manning. He played okay against the Buffalo Bills defense. He threw 3 touchdown passes. He threw an interception, which was his first of the year, but throw that interception out. How about that? How about the one to basically put the game away, that put them up 24-10? And the one by Rashad Jennings. That was one hell of a touchdown. He threw one earlier to whoever 17 is, I forget his name. Another one to Ruben Randall. And then that third one to Rashad Jennings. Tyrod Taylor, he tried to bring the team back, but of course he had a touchdown pass, but it was wiped off thanks to a clipping penalty. Carlos Williams has, of course, and that's the other thing before I bring up Carlos Williams. LaShawn McCoy was out, Watkins was out, Aaron Williams was out. 3 key players on that Buffalo Bills team. No wonder the Giants won 24-10. But Carlos Williams was the starter for that game. Not really a good game for him. He scored a touchdown and everything. A receiving touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. So I take that back up. He 70 yards from scrimmage. Okay, fine, whatever. But still, as far as running back the ball goes, not really a great game for him. But Giants improved to 2-2. The Bills fall to 2-2, and the Giants are now tied for first place in the NFC East. All right, continuing with part 1. Broncos defeating the Vikings 23-20. And Ronnie Hillman scoring a touchdown off of a 72-yard touchdown run. I mean, his 72 yards on one run is the Broncos' rushing average. And that's not an exaggeration either. That Broncos defense is playing great. But the Broncos' run game playing like shit up until the game against the Vikings. Peyton Manning, though, another subpar performance. Eli's playing great. Eli's been playing great. Peyton, though, not so much. A touchdown pass, but 2 interceptions. One of them led to a touchdown. The Broncos were up. Hold up, let me look that up for a moment. It'd be nice if these things had some. Here we go. Okay, the Broncos are up 13-3 up until the Manning interception, and then they took advantage of it immediately. The Vikings did, and brought the team back within 3 to lead 13-10. Then in the third quarter, the Broncos score a touchdown. Fourth quarter, they get outscored 10-3 or whatever. And the Broncos were doing a good job of containing Adrian Peterson up until a 4th and 1 play. And that's when Adrian Peterson took off with him and his pink shoes. There needs to be rules. If you're a team that wears purple and you're going to wear purple pants, you should not be allowed to wear pink shoes. What the fuck was that? God fucking damn with this fucking pink shit. I understand it's for breast cancer. It's a good cause and shit. But just sell your pink products online or whatever. Don't fucking shove that pink shit down our fucking throats every fucking year since 2009. Ridiculous. Well, don't watch the games then. Fuck off with that. Don't watch your games bullshit. Anyway, back to the game. Denver really had to rely on their defense once again. And once again, the Broncos defense holds strong. Just like it's been doing the whole season. But pretty soon the Broncos offense is going to have to get everything figured out. The blocking could be a little bit better. The pass protection could be a lot better. Demaryius Thomas, he can play with a little bit more conviction. Same thing with Emmanuel Sanders. And Owen Daniels. Give me a fucking break. Okay? But the Broncos defense, they cannot do everything. Okay? That's not what, give me a fucking break. At some point, you got to let that defense rest. And now you're facing the upstart Raiders on the road. Facing your former defensive coordinator, Jack Del Rio. Not a good situation. But bottom line, on that final Minnesota drive, and the Broncos were really doing a good job shutting down Teddy Bridgewater. And on the final offensive play for the Vikings, the sack, the fumble, and the recovery by Von Miller. Very disappointed in what I saw the other day, though. Because I saw a shit ton of purple. A shit ton of purple. I was a little disturbed by that, quite frankly, because the Broncos fans are supposed to be the most loyal fans in the NFL, according to the media or whatever the fuck. No, the Broncos fans are just bandwagon fans. People accuse me of being a bandwagon fan. Fuck you, okay? Shut the fuck up. But Bronco fans didn't hold on to their fucking tickets. They wanted to sell them to StubHub. Not thinking that people did not want to see Adrian Peterson. Give me a fucking break. Very disappointed in the Denver fans. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, moving on. Alright, Sunday Night Football. Saints beating the Cowboys 26-20. And for once, a Cowboys-Saints game was not a blowout on Sunday Night Football. But then again, it should not have been. Because the Saints, they're not that good this year. And the Cowboys, the Cowboys actually made it a game. Brandon Weeden, he's been playing okay. He's been decent. He hasn't wowed anybody or whatever. But he hasn't been that awful either. The running game, though, has been inconsistent, and another Cowboy player done for the season, Lance Dunbar. On the flip side, on the Saints side of things, Drew Brees really did not play all that great, obviously. I mean, I've seen him throw a couple passes that should have been interceptions or whatever. One of them was an interception. One pass was an interception, and then the Cowboys got called for holding. Oh yeah, a couple things I forgot to mention about the Buffalo Bills. They're the most penalized team in the league. They were supposed to be fighting to become the least penalized team in the league, and instead they're the most penalized team in the league. It's Rex Ryan. What else is new? But back to the Saints and Rob Ryan, because the Saints defense did okay, but obviously they were in the game. Funny thing, before the game went to overtime, Drew Brees was doing a great job on that last drive. That hurry up drive reminded me of the Cowboys a little bit on the Sunday night, on the first Sunday night game of the season. So just kept picking apart a very tired Dallas defense, and the Saints, and because the game was tied at 20. The Saints were about to kick a chip shot field goal, but the kicker fucking fucked it all up, and the kicker nearly screwed me over. Thankfully, overtime happened. Saints had the ball, and then Drew Brees throws to C.J. Spiller, and Spiller did, and you know what Spiller did next? He just ran it all the way in for a touchdown, and that's how the Saints won. So, and that was Drew Brees' 400th touchdown, and it just so happens to be the game winner. Crushing defeat for the Dallas Cowboys. They really needed this one. The good news, they have Greg Hardy and another guy back on defense, but it doesn't matter. They're facing the New England Patriots, and now you got to worry about Sean Lee. Will he be ready to go? Because he got knocked out of the game because of a concussion. Great. But the Saints go to 1-3. And the Cowboys fall to 2-2, and now are in a three-way tie for first place. More on that when I get to part 2 of my NFL Week 4 review. Wow. Moving on. Seahawks defeating the Lions 13-10. But oh wait, there's more controversy, right? Holy fucking shit. Yeah. The Lions, but that being said, the Lions, they did not score a single touchdown on offense. I mean, holy crap. The Lions defense, though, was doing a good job getting to Russell Wilson. The Seahawks offensive line, though, is fucking shit. People talk about the Dolphins offensive line being shit. Seahawks offensive line is just as bad, if not worse. I mean, Russell Wilson holds on to the ball because because he's making athletic play, because of his athleticism, and his ability to escape pass rushers and then and then throw the ball down the field. Tell me why Russell Wilson sucks again. Give me a fucking break. It is what it is. But the Seahawks finally score a touchdown in the first half, because apparently that has not happened yet. Up until the game on Monday. But it was Seattle's only touchdown of the game, obviously. The Lions forced in 3 turnovers, and one of them, and especially one in the fourth quarter. And of course, the third turnover ended up being a touchdown. So the Lions, they could not take advantage of the first 2 turnovers offensively, but it was defense that kept the game close. Because other than that, Seattle was doing a great job as well. The Lions, they tried to score. They tried to mount a comeback. On the final drive, and Calvin Johnson was about to walk in with one problem though. Cam Chancellor was right behind him, punches the ball out of Calvin's hands. Ball falls into the end zone. But there is one more fucking problem though. KJ Wright batted the ball out of the end zone, and you're not allowed to do that. But the referees missed the call. Wow. Tough break for the Lions, but you know what? When the Lions play like shit, but unlike the Packers game 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that missed blown call was not the reason why the Lions lost. Okay, the Lions, they need to get something going earlier in the game offensively. They didn't do that until the very end. It is what it is though. Should the referees throw the flag on that? Of course, it was pretty fucking obvious. Yes, it looked like the replacement officials were back for that particular game against the Lions, between the Lions and Seahawks. Excuse me. It is what it is, though. The Lions, they probably would have had another chance or whatever, because the Seahawks were getting a little tired, but credit Chancellor for the punch out. And the bottom line is this: Seattle improves to 2-2. They're back at 500, and the Lions are 0-4 and are the only winless team in the National Football League. Hopefully the Lions win next week so that we can not discuss the Lions going 0-16 once again. That's it. That's all. Till next time, later, fuckers.